What's up, squad? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, I have not been forgetting about you. A lot of people are like, Lissette post Taurus. You guys know this is home base. You guys know I give you all the Taurus love I got. So, yeah, as you guys know, or for those of you who have been watching the channel recently, I have announced that I am not doing personal readings anymore. So, in the last week, or the last 2 weeks, because about a week ago was like the cutoff line for buying a reading. There's just been so much coming in, everyone just wanting to get last minute readings. So I just got really, really backed up, guys. So I'm just excited though. Once I am done with the last personal reading that I owe, I just have so many projects I want to work on. I have so many things in life I just want to explore. So it's good changes. I'm glad about the growth that's happening. Okay. So I'm not forgetting about you guys. Just been super busy. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Now, squad, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus signs. And keep in mind that these readings, everything could be transferable. We'll look at this card in a second, meaning that it could be the energy that you're picking up on, like just within yourself, or it could be something that's happening to a person, around you, or just a situation around you. The Five of Swords in the reverse tried popping out earlier. So that's when we're in a situation where we just don't want any more conflict anymore. Okay, we're trying to avoid that at all costs. Okay, so let's see what's been going on so far in September. We'll do a past, present, and future look. All right, so we have past, present, and future. Okay. It was so funny because tonight I'm about to go to dinner with my friends in a moment, but I'm just like, I have to do the Taurus reading tonight because I'm repping my little Taurus zodiac thing. So I'm like, let's do this. But all right, guys, let's get started. Now, the first card that you guys have here, or which is your energy rather, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is when there's decisions that are being made, but it's decisions that are going to bring us balance. Okay, no more juggling. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Hermit card in the reverse. Okay, so this could be a few things here. Honestly, there could be someone who's just come across a lot of abundance when it comes to just money. And I don't say this because I'm a Taurus and because I love money. I say this because astrologically speaking, we're just very good with it. If you had to put people like in a factory to like make money, it would be Tauruses. Or to teach people how to make money, it would be Tauruses. We're good when it comes to shit like that. So for some people, there could be a lot of abundance, a lot of money, a lot of good things coming in. But there was some sort of loss over something where it's like you just didn't have all the information on something that was in your life. So you're upset by things that like you realize about it. For others of you, there could be something that actually makes you feel very, very good. But there's something about this goodness that you're not aware of, or maybe that someone's not aware of when it comes to you. So maybe this good feeling you have, it could be because you're being misled or someone around you is being misled. So let's see how this all works out, all right? So first card for the past, guys, and for anyone who's interested, because I know people will ask, Mystic Mondays Tarot, okay? Really, really beautiful deck. My favorite colors are pink and purple, so anytime I see those colors on a deck, it's like, okay, purchase. So guys, the first card that we have for the past is the Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Wands, this is a situation where there could be adversity that's coming at you, but you're standing your ground, you're in your fighting stance, you're ready to go, you're ready to defend yourself and to defend the journey that you're on, but just withstanding a lot of tension. So let's see why this is here. I've been like so interested in what's going on for us because I just feel like life is changing so much. So let's see what this brings in. We have the Magician. And we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Energy is the Six of Cups in the reverse. So we'll talk about that in a second. But you guys are in a place where you're able to manifest so much in life, whether it's a new relationship, a new job, more money, whatever it is. You're able to do that. You're able to manifest it. But there's part of you that there's something in your heart that you might be disappointed about, something that you're suffering about, but it's like you're doing it very, very quietly. The good thing about this card is it also means that you are healing. So even if it's something that you feel pain over or disappointment over, if you think about it, in a very like serious and honest way, you could probably tell yourself it's not as painful as what it was in the past. Okay, so you have your energy being this. Your energy is, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse and we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Six of Swords as well. So there was something that you guys had to put in the past. But with this energy, it's something that you weren't fighting, you weren't screaming, you weren't slashing tires or wanting to fight someone. It's just like, you know what? I'm hurt, but like I can't anymore. I have to let it go. And with Tauruses, a lot of people underestimate Tauruses because we're loyal to a fault. So you will feel, a lot of people feel like a Taurus will just always be there and they never question a Taurus not being around. Whether it's an employee that's a Taurus, a friend that's a Taurus, a lover that's a Taurus, a family member that's a Taurus. I feel like we're very taken for granted sometimes, okay? Because people feel like our loyalty will never expire. But with whatever situation this was, I'm not saying that your loyalty expired, but again, there's that sense of I did everything that I could and I have to move away from it at this point. There's something I have to leave in the past. But whatever this was, it wasn't easy for you to move away from, or it wasn't easy for someone else to move away from, okay? With the Princess of Swords in the reverse, which would be the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is fighting, this is arguing. This is people speaking to each other in a harsh way. But we also have to remember that pages are communicators, in tarot. So if it's not, a harsh, short of conversation, then it's someone that's choosing not to take part in the situation anymore. So maybe you stop speaking to someone, or maybe someone stops speaking to you. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, the next card that we have, guys, for the past, I should be a ninja. I'm kidding. So the next card that you guys have for the past is the Two of Swords. You're between a rock and a hard place. It's really tough. You have a decision you have to make. You don't know which way to go. Page of Wands in the reverse. There's been tension in this situation. And you have the Death card. There's tension. There's indecision. There's a big change happening. The change is pushing you towards stability. Okay. What's beautiful about this Taurus is that I know how stubborn you motherfuckers can be. I'm the same way. Okay. And then I'm like, and my birthday is May 19th. So Gemini starts on May 21st. So it's just like, not only am I stubborn, but I have like that indecision that the Gemini has too. So there's something here, and this is why I'm saying I'm proud. But you guys are going in a direction that it's actually really stabilizing something for you. And it's putting you in a very solid place. And you're going with the flow. Okay? You're truly just going with the flow. All right? And it's bringing you towards a path that you're very, very passionate about. And I'm proud because I know, especially for me, because I'm a prick sometimes. Let's say, like, I'm gonna use the example of when my mom found that I was doing tarot. So for anyone who's new, for anyone who's new, and those of you already know, my family is the most religious, like, Catholic family you'll meet. I think my parents are in church at least, I think they go every morning, honestly. My parents are in church at least 6-7 times a week. Like, it's insane to me. I'm just like, I don't have that much time in my day. But it's kind of like when my mom found out I was doing tarot, she looked at me, and mind you guys, I was broke. I had just started my YouTube channel like a week before. And she said, Lissette. And this is why she even found that I was doing tarot. I was going to like this yoga meditation thing, and she just doesn't believe in the concept of gurus. And I'm just like, yo, just let people believe in what they believe in. So I just wanted to go because I want to meditate. I want to have peace of mind. But she thought it was going against her religion. So she's like, oh my God, I have to search her room. I'm losing my daughter. So she's searching my room, and she finds all these tarot decks. And so I get home, and she looks at me like I just killed somebody. And I'm like, I swear to God, I didn't kill anybody. What's going on? Whose dog died? Like, what's going on? And my mom said, go to your room. And I go to my room. I see just tarot decks just thrown on the floor. Like, she found them, opened them, threw them. She was upset about it. And she looks me in the eyes, and she says, Lissette, you have a decision. You either quit this right now, or you get your own place. But you have 2 weeks. A week and a half later, I was out. I had my own place. And it was crazy because like my bank account was negative when I heard this. So it's just like I had to like perform miracles, and wasn't even borrowing money or anything. Like, I just hustled so hard. So sometimes with the stubbornness that a Taurus has, the reason why I bring that up is sometimes it could get us into worse situations Okay, so I'm just glad that you stubborn ass motherfuckers didn't take that route. You took the route that was the route of least resistance. Okay, well, we're not doing all this crazy shit. The next card that you guys have for the past is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So you're falling away from a situation. There's something that you're not going to start, or you're not going to continue with it. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. So for a lot of you, it's something that you're moving away from that was very painful for you. Okay, but you lost faith in it. It was toxic for you anyways. Right? You have the Devil card here. For some of you, maybe it was a Capricorn specifically that you were dealing with, because this does represent Capricorns. But it was just something toxic, guys. It's something that with the Chariot in the verse, you had no control over it. It wasn't going to work. Okay. A Taurus needs stability. So if we don't have a peace of mind with what's in our life, we can't do that. We can't do that back and forth and the not knowing. Okay. Now, the first card that you guys have for the present moment is the Ten of Wands. This is talking about burden. This is talking about feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. The energy here, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So there could have been fighting, arguing, all this pettiness, or again, someone just not talking to another person or not engaging in another situation anymore. But for some of you, maybe you were dealing with a player, a cheater, somebody that can't be trusted. It could have been somebody that feels like they were in a position of authority, but it was just like in a very, very overbearing way. And for those of you, especially the cross watchers or anyone who isn't a Taurus, with the King of Wands, if this has to do with like work, or just anything that we're doing in life separate from love, this is someone that wants authority over you, and they're not necessarily wanting to help you. It's like they kind of talk to you in a way that you don't want to do anything for them. So you have to be extra careful when it comes to Taurus, because I spoke about this recently on my Twitter, that Tauruses, we are the type of people that let's say there's something we need to build. We go that day, it's like, I'm so excited to build this. I'm gonna get all the materials. I'm gonna build this shit tonight. So you go to Home Depot, whatever. You get all the materials for this thing that you're about to build because it's gonna be magnificent. Okay, but let's say that you're building it for somebody else. And as you're driving home, you get a nasty ass call or a nasty ass text message or email from someone, and it's just like, I should have this right now. Why isn't it ready? This is that and third, and they're just giving you shit. 99.9% of Tauruses, what they're going to do is they're calmly going to go to the garage. They're going to set all those materials down very calmly, and then they're not going to do your shit for 2 weeks. Okay? So this is something here where it's just like, it's too burdening. The Taurus doesn't want to deal with this. It could be the cross watcher too that doesn't want to deal with this. But there's harsh talk when it comes to this, okay? And with whatever this is, you guys, it's like you're following what makes your soul the most comfortable, because you know that whether it's coming from you or whether it's coming from someone else or like some sort of situation, if it's like a job or something, there's just a lot of illusions when it comes to this, okay? Now, the next card that you guys have for the present moment, this is also the center of this reading, because I pulled 3 cards for past, present, and future. So 9 cards in total, and this is the middle of everything. This is the central energy. We have the Justice card in the reverse. So where do you feel like you've been played? Where do you feel like there's been some sort of injustice that's happened? Or maybe you guys played somebody else, but there's something that's happened here where a person doesn't feel it's fair, or that it didn't happen in the way that they would have liked it to. 3 of Cups in the reverse. 9 of Cups. Honestly, some of you got played by someone that made you very happy, or you played someone that you made very happy. Okay. The energy we have is the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, this could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio specifically, but there's something that seems very generous, that is pissing you off, or is pissing someone else off. Something that once made you or someone else very happy is being, it's like you're falling away from it. Okay. So let's see why. The last card that you guys have for the present moment is the 4 of Pentacles. In this case, someone is being very reserved. If this has anything to do with finances, it could be that you are either saving money, being very tight with how you spend it, or you're just in a place where you don't have as much as you need, okay? And I say this often, but a broke Taurus is not a happy Taurus. So that's something that you guys will definitely feel the need to address. Taurus says you guys have a natural knack, or is that the word for it? I don't know, I can't even think right now, but you guys have a natural ability with money. Take advantage of that, okay? And I haven't spoken about this in a while, but astrologically speaking, for the next 6 years or so, when it comes to money, when it comes to success, when it comes to new endeavors and all of that, astrologically speaking, Taurus is extremely favored. If there's anything you guys have been thinking about doing, if there's anything new you've been thinking about starting, do it. It's like you literally have 6 months to have as much success as you can bring in. So maximize on that. Why is this 4 of Pentacles here? 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 6 of Wands. There's something that you're being reserved towards, something that's not working. Maybe you guys are choosing to leave a job. Fuck that boss, I don't want to do what you're telling me to do. Or, you know, this isn't going to work, so I'm not going to put any effort. So honestly, I see someone that's just being reserved towards something, and that's what puts you towards success. Okay? Astrologically speaking, guys, I'm recording this Thursday, September 12th. So Friday, the 13th of September, we have a full moon in Pisces. So what that means, you know, Pisces, in my opinion, and astrologically speaking, I feel that they are the most intuitive sign, that they can really feel things in their gut. So with the full moon in Pisces, you are going to be at your most intuitive state. If you feel that something is off, it is. If you feel like someone shouldn't be in your life, they shouldn't. If you feel that you shouldn't be at a job, you shouldn't. If you feel like you're on the wrong path, you are. If you feel like you can make a shitload of money with a new endeavor, you can. So really just go by what your gut is feeling right now, guys. Don't question yourselves. And just, again, with the mix of us having so much luck right now, this is going to work in your favor. So just keep that in mind. Now, the first card that we have for the future is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. If it's not a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius fire sign that you're dealing with, then it's something where there's a person who's very, very passionate, an entrepreneur, or someone that's just very influential in the community and just in the way they speak and all of that. We have the Hermit card in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. There's some sort of secret that comes out or something that's realized. And I feel that this is something that a person didn't want to come out, okay? But it does. And you're realizing whether it's you or someone else, there's something that you or someone else was not genuinely interested in, or something that was making you or someone else lose money, and you're just not worried about it anymore, because with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you're over it. All right? Once you get to the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, there's no coming back from that, okay? And I don't say this because I'm a Taurus and an earth sign. I say this because I've studied the cards, and I feel like I have some sort of connection to every card. But in my opinion, the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, it's the hardest card to put in the reverse, because we will ride for you. We'll cook for you. We'll make sure that you're good. We'll make sure you have what you need. We'll make sure, hey, if things are short with money, I will figure it out, because I have a knack for that. That's the word for it. But it's just like, once you get to this point, it's someone who has done everything that they could, and they didn't get what they wanted. So am I bitter? Am I pissed? Yes. Do I have a reason? Yes, because I'm fucking popping and you couldn't realize that. All right, so that's that sort of energy where it's just like, I'm done. This has gotten to the worst. You know, there's some sort of betrayal, some sort of heavy ending, something that just feels, you know, really strong here. So let's see why this Ten of Swords is here. Temperance card. It's something that your soul is at ease with. The Tower card in the reverse. There's some sort of bullet that's being dodged. Your soul is at ease with something. And again, there could have been some harsh ending that is tied to this in some way, shape, or form. I feel like this is something that really just comes out of the blue. Honestly, guys, I don't even feel like it's going to be bad for a lot of you. I feel like it could be something that ends a chapter in your life in a very serious way, but that you could benefit from it. For other people, it could be something that's painful. I genuinely don't feel that. But this is something that gives you strong clarity. This is something that, you know, it's like you have that high priestess energy of like just strongly knowing. And with the Four of Swords in the reverse, it's like you're in some sort of mental hiatus, and now you know what direction to go. You know what it is that you have to do. Okay. Now, the last card that we have here, guys, for the future is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So for some of you, this could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy, but typically this is just a person that most of the time, they are very intellectual, they're very well-spoken, they're very quick on their feet, but they're not thinking. They're running into something without being prepared for it. Why is this Knight of Swords in the reverse? We have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Empress card. So there's something reckless in your life, whether it's you, whether it's someone else, whether it's a situation, but there's a new beginning here that you guys are waiting on. And you're not losing sleep over it, okay? Honestly, you guys get to a point where you're just kind of over something, or maybe someone around you is just really over a situation. So you take the path of least resistance. You do what feels organically right to your soul. And you guys find a lot of stability here with the Four of Wands. Okay, but there could be anger in this situation. Maybe you get angry, maybe someone else gets angry, but new opportunity comes from this. Whether you or somebody else is feeling debilitated, you guys are still being thrown on the path where you're very passionate with the Two of Wands here. Last card I'll pull from the energy, actually lying. Last two cards I'll pull from the energy pile. We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Emperor. Now the Emperor is somebody that they are very well versed in certain things, whether it be war tactics, whether it be love, whether it be business, whether it be, I don't know, just things that they're good at. This is someone who's good at it because they've been through so many life experiences. They've learned so many lessons. So they're able to make that smart decision that's going to benefit the masses, okay? And you're doing that by walking away from something that doesn't serve you. So whether there's anger, animosity, whatever it is, you're being a boss ass bitch about it. Okay, that's what it comes down to, guys. So you have to look at it that way. All right, guys. So I'm gonna pull you 3 cards of advice, and then I've been having 2 cards that I'm always like switching out cards and putting different cards on like my work desk because I just like to like switch out energy, use new cards and all of that. So I was gifted actually a few decks by a fellow Taurian. Thank you so much, sweetie. It's someone who came to meet me at a meet and greet that I did in New York. So she brought me so much Taurus gear. I was so freaking geeked out and excited about it. But she brought me 2, the 2 that I'm about to use right now, fortune telling decks. So for those who are new to that, this has nothing to do with really tarot, although it is connected in some way, shape, or form. But they just give more details for a reading, and it's able to really make a reading more specific, or if you're asking for advice, it makes it more specific. So I'm going to pull you guys 3 cards of advice with this deck, and then we're going to pull from these 2 decks. I'll show you guys a deck, I'll show you how it works. So we'll get into that. 9:44 p.m. right now. 44 is my number, and then like I see it all the time everywhere. And then 6 and 8 is just everywhere right now, so we'll see what that means. I'll look into that later. All right, let me get 3 cards of advice. Hold on. This was flipped. 10 of Cups in the reverse. So this is a card about unhappiness or dissatisfaction. So we'll keep that in mind. I'll let these 2 flip. All right, let me get 1 more card here. Okay. Here's the energy, guys. We have the Judgment card here. King of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. The King of Cups could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so you could take it as that if it applies to you. But I'm going to look at the energy as just energy and not necessarily other people that could be in your life. The King of Cups, energy speaking, energy speaking wise, this is going to be somebody that is very in tune with themselves, is in a very emotionally stable place, and they just want to feel good about themselves in life. I'm just lowering this. I love this song. The End of Time, featuring Christina Soto. If you guys like EDM, sort of like dance music, but good song. Anyways, but there's a decision that's being made right now where if there's any sense of loss, if there's any sense of lack, if there's any sense of not having what you need in life, it's like you there's things that are restored. You restore part of yourself. You regain things that you feel that you lost, okay? And with the Judgment card, like this was the final decision you had to make. When the Judgment card comes out, it's not a simple yes or no in a situation. Let's say, for example, a couple that's going back and forth, they keep breaking up and getting back together and breaking up and getting back together. The Judgment card can't come out for them because they're not making that final call. When the Judgment card comes out, it's just like, no, I'm making this decision and that's my decision. Okay, so this is a strong decision that you're making that's gonna bring peace to your soul, all right? There's something that right now with the High Priestess in the reverse, you or someone else may be shying away from admitting that it could be toxic for you. But truthfully it is, and you remove yourself from this, and then success comes in, guys, with the Six of Wands. All right, so let's see why these cards are here. Temperance card in the reverse. Ace of Cups. Chariot. Ooh, Taurus is about to be lit, guys. All right. So the energy here is a Hermit card. Hermit card doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be alone. It means that there's something that requires your focus and attention right now. There's something that you really need to study this. You really need to be well versed on it. You really need to be in tune with whatever this is, even if that means studying hard or just taking time to yourself and not going out as much. But you need to, really tap into whatever this is. There's something that your soul is uncomfortable with. You know it deep down inside. You may be stubborn about it, like the stubborn Tauruses and the bulls that we are, okay? But you know your soul's not cool with it. When you remove yourself from that, there is a very passionate new beginning comes in where things take off. There is success. And whether you like it or not, you're going full speed ahead here. But I see you guys being very, very happy here. It could be wealth, it could be love, but whatever it is, guys, it's going to be successful. So whatever new endeavor this is, like, really just make the most of it. Okay. So let's look at these fortune telling decks. So the first one I'm going to use, it's more of like an intuition deck. All right. This is what it looks like if you guys are interested in it and want to get it for yourself. But I'm going to pull 3 cards. Let's get 3 cards for Taurus. And I'll speak to you guys in a second about like how this works out. All right. So I'm going to look at the bottom of this as though it's an energy. So these cards, half white, half gray. Now the gray side is going to be kind of like the shadow aspect of something, the negative part of it that we can look at. And then this would be the good part that we get out of it on the white end. So with this being your energy, and keep in mind, guys, this is the 2 of diamonds, okay, or 2 of pentacles. So I actually learned how to read tarot with playing cards, so it's actually really fun to see it like this. But basically, the 2 of pentacles would be someone trying to find balance in the situation, okay? On the negative side, you have difficulties. Difficulties you have to endure, difficulties you have to go through. But on the plus side, you have juggle. It's something that you can handle, and it's something you can get through, okay? So just because it might put a little bit of pressure on you, just keep riding. You got it, okay? No need to, you can feel pressured at time, but you're still going to make it happen, okay? The next card that we have here, this would be the 4 of Wands. Technically, this is the 4 of Clubs here. But on the negative end, with the 4 of Wands, let's talk about that. That talks about stability, building a solid foundation for yourself. So on the negative end, we have modesty, and on the positive end, we have achievement. So on the negative end, I like this. Taurus, you're being too modest. You're afraid to admit that you're the shit in some area in life. And not shit in a negative connotation, but you're the shit. You're being too modest. This is not a time for modesty. This is a time to say, look, I'm really good at this, and you're missing out if you don't use me for this, or if you don't tap into this, or if you're not on board with this. Not a time for modesty. You're the shit. Don't be afraid to be the shit. Because on the plus side, what do you get? Achievement. Taurus, we're made for money. Don't neglect your birthright to money, okay? Next card that we have here, so this would be the 8 of, am I right about this? Let me make sure I'm not lying to y'all. Now I'm thinking, yeah, this is Wands. What would this be? Technically, I think this would be Swords. Yeah, the 8 of Swords, yeah. So the Eight of Swords talks about being in a place where mentally you're not seeing the full picture, you're stuck on something. Okay, on the plus, or let's start on the negative side, you have calamities. On the positive side, you have bleakness. Okay, honestly, don't worry about the issues that your newfound path or that your growth is bringing you towards. Okay, be just very honest about what it is that you want to do, and just be very confident in what it is that you're doing right now. Okay, the last card that you guys have, this would technically be the Nine of Pentacles in a deck, which is abundance. Okay, self-sufficiency. On the negative end, you have restlessness. I want this and I want this now, and I'm not going to sleep till I have it. And on the plus side, you have abundance, where because you have that urgency, you get it. Whether it's money, whether it's love, you have an abundance of it. Taurus, this is fire. All right, I'm going to use one more deck, guys. This is called the Mystical Kipper. And this one I'm not as well versed in, so if there's anything that is not, that I'm not 100% read on, we'll read on it together, we'll learn about it together. So let's see what is going to come up. Gaining a lot of money. Expectation, holy fuck. Oh, this is exciting. Receiving a gift. And the energy is a change. I'm so happy I'm a Taurus. Life is so good right now. So guys, fuck all the bullshit in the past. I'm sorry for my French. I'm just really excited because I know I need this. I know all of y'all need this. Tauruses, we've been through crazy shit in the past few years. And right now, life is taking the positive change that it needs for you. Don't worry about the shit you've been in. It's time to receive. And be okay with receiving. I was reading this book that is called The Empath Experience. If you're an empath, definitely, read this book. But one of the things that it said is that the biggest problem with empaths and with people who really feel and they connect to everybody and they feel other people's pain is that we are so hesitant to accept things. Like, I will give a person hundreds of dollars and not expect anything back. But if I am someone who's in a rough place, I will literally go homeless for 3 years before asking you for $1. Okay? And this is a time where it's like, no, if they want to offer you a free apartment or something, you take that shit. All right, you go for it. Whatever abundance is coming in, you're entitled to it. Guys, gaining a lot of money, if it's not legit money that's coming in, it's something that makes you feel incredibly abundant. I hope it's money. I hope it's everything. I know that I run with money, so let's do it. Expectation. Something great that you have to expect that's coming in. But with this card specifically, it says that what's coming in is literally around the corner. You'll have it within 3 months, whatever this is. Last card that you have here. My cat scared the shit out of me. I don't know if you guys see him there, shadow moving. Receiving a gift. So guys, it's gonna feel like it's Christmas for you, with whatever it is that you're getting. I'm so happy, Taurus, because this is just a very good change. This is a very good change that we, definitely needed in our lives. And me personally, and I always like to put my own personal twist on these just to see how, we all connect, because I have that Taurus energy as well. I recently made a change in my life that it meant more responsibility, it meant more bills, it meant just having to be on my shit more. And I had so many people say, Lissette, don't do it. You're putting too much burden on yourself. You're a single mom. You have a child. My child's in private school, so it's just like you have all these expenses and all these things, like be practical. And I said no, because I know that if I push myself to a place where I have no choice but to do more, not only will I get the work done, but I will elevate. And because I had that mindset and I was so strong in that mindset, I'm now in a place where, I'm just astonished because everything I need is working out. I'm never short of anything. I always have what I need and more. Have that faith in yourself, guys, because whatever it is you think you can have, you will have it. You will have it. It's like using The Secret, just call it into existence. I'm in a place where I'm finally able to like live in places where I've always been interested in living in, because I know we all have like different, tastes for where we want to live. Some of us want a ranch house, some of us want a condo, some of us want, a fancy townhome or something like that. And just as a little girl, my mom always used to tell me, she says, I have no idea what it is you're going to do in life, but I know how you're going to live. And this past summer, it was my first time getting myself into a place that I've always wanted to live, and I already know where I'm going next year, because this is kind of just like a stepping stone. So guys, if you have that sort of attitude where it's like, this is what I want and I'm not settling for less, you will have it. You have to teach the universe how to treat you. Okay? When you deal with things that you don't want, when you deal with things that don't serve you, the universe is like, well, they're cool with it. It's not like they're fighting it, so I'm gonna keep giving them more of this bullshit. But when you tell the universe, no, this is my standard, this is the pedestal that I need to be on, or I need other people to be on, and I can't have anything less, and the universe is like, oh fuck, they're rejecting everything that we send that is less than what they want. We actually have to give them what they want, and the universe complies. Trust in yourself, guys. So very powerful reading. I'm speaking so much more than what I intended to. I'm sorry, guys. I can go on my tangents, but yes, time to get some food. I'm so excited. But guys, like I said, I'm not offering personal readings anymore, but I do have questions available. It's about 5 business day wait at most. Now, like I told you guys, I had so many readings and questions come in when I announced that I wasn't doing readings anymore. Even though I still had the questions, people thought I was going to stop that too, so a lot came in. So if you order anything in like the last week or two, just be very patient with me. I'm almost caught up. But yeah, that's the quickest way to hear from me right now. So if you guys need anything like that, everything is in the description below. And if you guys want to follow me on any of my social medias, all of that information is there as well. Taurus, I love you. Squad, let's fuck shit up. Take care, guys.